Hello, Mother. Yes. No, I'm fine. No, sort of. You remember when I tried to talk to you the other day? I tried to tell you there was somebody special. Please, Ma, will you listen to me? Well, he's a therapist, and... Therapist, not a rapist. Well, he had to go into hospital for an eye check, and he suddenly told me that he loved me, right? An eye check. No, there's nothing wrong with his... No, Mother, he's not a short-sighted rapist. He's a whole and perfect man, all right? Anyway, when he came out of hospital, he acted very coldly, and I suddenly thought that it might have been the injection that... No, he's not on drugs! God, I'm in here and she's out there. Listen, the problem is that I'd already told all the girls here that we were having this glorious affair, and now I'm too embarrassed to tell them the truth, and it's so humiliating. When he came out of hospital, he just kind of looked at me as if nothing had happened, and I don't know what to do. What? I'm not interested in your food processor. Well, then you should replace the top before you switch the bloody thing on. Now your bees wouldn't get caught in it, would they, you silly cow? I don't care! I don't care if it's sucked in the entire contents of the bloody house. I don't give a damn, all right?
Do you want some rather depressing news? We're jogging this morning.
Come along now, up and dashing, and no cleavages, please. People take their driving tests in this area. Where did you get the hair?
It's me extensions, aren't they brilliant?
You look like something found in the forest by Sir David Attenborough. Oh, off you go. Do pull yourself together, Chansey. Keep an eye on Dora, will you? She doesn't know she's up yet. It's time you let go of that umbrella, Hetty. You might as well have been a pit pony. Come on now, keep those feet moving. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Light as air and fancy free.
You've seen him tonight?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
We just drive around until we see somewhere that we fancy, and we eat.
Oh, God. How devastatingly romantic. Where'd you go after that?
Well, there's nowhere we can go, is there?
There's his place.
He has a daughter, remember?
Sneak him into our place.
She locks up at 10.
Get a key.
How can I get a key? Every time she locks up, she swallows it. Anyway, we're fine. We're just fine.
She's on lunches.
Spoke to Chancey when we were jogging.
You mean you can speak and jog?
She and Daniel have nowhere to go, you know, after they've eaten out. He has a daughter at home, and this place is like Fort Knox after 10.
Well, what's wrong with the car?
Wouldn't be able to manage it. Not in her car. It'd be like trying to hold a hunt ball in the airing cupboard.
Well, his car then.
Well, I expect they've tried that. Funny old world, isn't it? Just imagine, as we speak, there are thousands of people bonking away in cars. It's a wonder we don't have an earthquake.
I'm not really into cars, actually. My experience is that one of yours gets lost. Sort of under the dashboard.
I knew this fella once. He had a thing about doing it in a car in the middle of a wood. He claimed it was like, you know, getting back to nature. All that me tars and Eudora stuff never worked on me.
Gerald's like that all the time. Often think that one day he's going to come hurtling out of that bathroom, beating his chest and clinging onto his soap on a rope.
I think you're very lucky having a husband. I often lie awake at night with the devastating thought that I am actually going to die without ever having been married.
There are lots of ways of dying. Marriage is the slow way.
Anyway, I do hope Chancey and Daniel find a way to, you know... After all, a car isn't the best place to spend one's ecstatic moments. It should be silk sheets, Victorian net curtains, a log fire, and access to a box of dark chocolate Belgian truffles.
I was thinking more in terms of polyester sheets, net curtains, an electric fan heater, and access to a packet of licorice all sorts. My room.
Well, she's got a room of her own.
Yeah, it's right underneath Mrs. Tilston's bedroom, isn't it? She's got ears like a fruit bat. Mine's tucked away at the end of the house, and the fire escape is next door. Oh, all right, Chauncey.
All right, Millie. God, I hate jogging. My brain feels like a tossed salad.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's good for women, all our reproductive bits being churned about as if they were in a cement mixer. It's all right for men, isn't it? Their apparatus is already free range.
I don't know why we do it anyway. Hasn't solved any of my problems. I still get the urge to bash people about. That includes my mother now.
I've still got my communication cord problem. In fact, if I could just get my hands on one right now, I swear it would take a riot squad to drag me off.
Well, it's doing something for me. I don't want to throw myself out of ground floor windows anymore.
Really?
Now I'm thinking more in terms of the 3rd floor.
I think I'm getting better. Things I want to pinch now are too big to fit under my coat.
And Hetty's still super glued to her umbrella. So why are we here?
Because we like it better than out there. They commit murder and make war out there. At least it's safe in here.
Hello there. Attention, please. I have had a letter from the council. They're coming here tomorrow to check this place out, so it's up and dashing and everywhere sparkling. Do you hear me?
Yes, Mrs. Tilston.
You are all happy here, aren't you?
Really nice.
And I think it can be said that since you arrived, most of you are a little less doolally. Mr. Cart has written reports concerning you all. I must say they read rather like the news of the world, but amongst the shadows there are glimmers of light. Some haven't made much progress, of course, but you did let go of that thing for one whole day, didn't you, Hetty? If you don't leave go soon, it will take a master surgeon to separate you. Do you understand? I mean, after all, one day you might want to get married. You do want to get married, don't you, Hetty? And have children? There. Mr. Gillespie and I will take lunch now. He likes to put his feet in a bowl of herbal hot water while he's having his meal. It has a tranquilizing effect.
We don't see much of him, Mrs. Tilston. Is he all right?
He's not a social man, and then, of course, there's his chest.
His chest?
It can't manage his body very well. He's like a large car with a small engine. When I think of all the years we wasted apart, all those lovely days of robust youth and hormones ahoy, and now we clank around, our faculties fading out.
Oh, Mrs. Tilston.
I can't even read the telephone directory anymore. It's a complete mystery to me. And his back snaps in and out of position like a mousetrap. All those squandered years. Up and dashing.
Oh, God. Isn't it horrendously sad?
She needs us as much as we need her.
Right, that does it. I'm going to do what April told me to do. I'm going to get myself sorted. I'm going to call myself Pandora. I'm going to phone Duncan, and then I'm going to pinch him back right from underneath her nose job.
I'm going to leave Gerald. Absolutely, definitely. Immediately. I can't go on wasting my blossoming womanhood for a man that thinks that foreplay is ripping all your clothes off and saying, how about that then?
How excruciatingly vulgar. I'm going to forget Eddington. And find someone with an oil field.
I will too.
Good for you, Hetty. Good for you.
What about you, Chauncey? You and Daniel?
Oh, we'll just carry on the way we are. It's fine, the way it is.
Hi there. I just want to say there won't be any therapy tomorrow because the council's coming. Is that all right?
Fine, yeah.
Anybody with a particular problem?
Nope.
Good. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll be popping in and out of the office, so don't hesitate to contact me if you need anything.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, boy, is he cool.
Didn't even look at you. Oh, if only I could find a man with such mystery.
Yeah, well, we can't all get lucky, can we?
I've got an idea.
About what?
About getting Chancey and Daniel together.
They are together. It's us that aren't together.
I'll write a note tomorrow to Daniel and leave it on his desk saying that I'm undergoing a distressing trauma and that I need his counselling. Could he call to my room at 8 o'clock to help me? Right?
He'll run a mile.
He's a dedicated man. Why would he run a mile?
Because he's dedicated to Chancey. And the thought of your opaque stockings and beckoning breasts will terrify him.
I can't help being desirable, can I? Underneath, I'm a harmless woman. He knows that. Anyway, then I'll ask Chancey to come and see me at 8 o'clock because I'm undergoing a distressing trauma. And I'll leave a note on a dressing table saying, "Won't be a minute. Please wait for me." Then I'll ring in and say that I was at a friend's house and that she was having
A distressing trauma.
No, I think I'll give her an excruciating migraine. And that I'll be staying with her into the following night. Well, if I don't catch on then, it's not my fault, is it?
And where are you going to sleep?
In Lena's room. Or your room. Don't mind which, as long as I can use my face steamer.
Come on, Lena, we're washing up, not doing a heart transplant.
You may mock if you must.
But my physical being is on a diet. And poisonous substances are not on the menu.
We'll be pushing you around Asda's on a life support machine next.
We go into supermarkets. They're spreading like acne all over the country. Poor Reds don't need to roam anymore. They need to Sainsbury's. You might be a little bit quicker if Hetty would join in a bit more.
Have you ever tried to rinse dishes while gripping an umbrella? It will be like after dinner in a Greek restaurant.
She put it down for once.
If she could put it down, she wouldn't be in here, would she?
I wonder what her mother gave birth to first. Her or that bloody bear?
Coming on, you may be up, but I'd appreciate a shade more dashing. Lots to do before the visit tomorrow.
Mrs. Tilston.
And who's going to weed the garden?
I'll do that.
Chancey Garden. And the polishing? Lena, how about you? I see you've got the gear.
I'm not very au fait with polishing.
Squirt and rub, dear, squirt and rub. Polishing. Dora, you have sluttish tendencies. What about the bin bags?
Not the bin bags. They knacker me back.
Well, I can't give them to Millie. She keeps slinging them over her shoulder and getting her heels embedded in the lawn. Millie, you can do the dusting. But try not to bend down, dear. We're all bored with your buttocks. So, that's it. But I want you all to remember one thing. When they being the council, march in here tomorrow, they have the power to cancel their support for this place. Oh, yes, one little excuse and those doors can be shut. And you will all have to go back out into that merciless world which is sitting there with its claws out and its teeth bared. I know they'll all be very pleased with what they see. All you have to do is act normally, instead of like you usually do.
She always floats back, doesn't she? Like a brave balloon crossing the rough seas of life. That's exactly what I was going to say. Word for word.
My watch says it's 1:45.
What you mean is, it is 1:45 on your watch. Watches don't talk, you see.
Well, everybody says it like that, Conrad.
Oh, you know everybody, do you?
Well, everybody I know says my watch says it's 1:45.
They're wrong then, aren't they? And in fact, it is 14 minutes to 2.
I have a very good relationship with my daughter. She's his daughter too. We are her parents.
Oh, how nice.
My God, there are 2 of them.
Do you know, I've been looking at you. I think I know what your problem is. What you need is a pale rose blusher. It would highlight the structure of your cheekbones and take away that cadaverous look.
Well, I keep going to buy things like this, yes, but I don't somehow. I'm not very good at makeup.
You're not very good at anything.
I've told Hetty always make the best of yourself. I say, even though you're under an umbrella, you never know. Haven't I always said that? Always make the best of yourself. I've said it to her father. Well, I always tell her father everything. We are related. He is, after all, my husband, and I'm...
You are my bloody wife! We know, we know!
Now there's a man I could do business with.
I'm telling you, Dora, the only way to beat these women who steal your man is to play the same game as they do. You've got to flaunt your assets.
How long do I keep this on?
You keep it on until you've had your bath, then I'll come to your room and make your face up for you.
And then I phone Duncan.
Then you phone Duncan. Set it all up for Chancey and Daniel, by the way. Sent notes to each of them, told them to keep it a secret and all that.
It's great, this room. You could get away with anything.
If only I had something to get away with. Still, I shall pass this way but once. Therefore, any devious deeds I can do, let me do them now. For I'm buggered if I want to pass this way again.
I wish I wasn't so besotted with Duncan. You know, the whole love bit. The minute he smiled at me, my thinking gear just collapsed and died.
Well, it was the same when I met Gerald. I used to get in lifts and go up and down for hours. It was only when I've been back to the basement 27 times I remembered that I really ought to press a button.
They don't go through this, though, do they? Men.
I've got a different attitude towards sex, that's why. Well, we're remembering the last time, they're revving up for the next time.
I'm very strict, of course. None of my girls is allowed to forget why they're here. Look, no dust. Hello, Hetty, are you all right?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Just to have an insight into their problems. Basically, Hetty would like to go back to the womb, so she's gone back to an umbrella instead. That was Dora. I've been telling her to tidy herself up. Have a little pride, I said. Have a little colour. She's obviously been overdoing it a bit.
Don't give me all that bloody crap! To hell with you, Eddington! I have said it before and I will say it again. You're a devious little turd!
Gets a little emotional. It's her aristocratic background, you know. They're all into bread. Come and inspect our kitchen.
Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love?
Always encourage them to develop their own little personalities. Millie is in the process of discovering that she's a woman. A perfectly normal stage one finds little provocative bits of oneself, except that she's discovering them all at the same time.
We go out, I'll ring in, then we'll have a pizza.
Great. They get sex. I get pizza.
I don't understand.
It's all right. I do.
Where's Millie?
Probably in the bathroom, checking to see if her plan is working.
Well, what plan?
They think we're having an affair.
How could they think that?
I don't know. They imagined it, I suppose, so there's no reason. Unless it's because I told them that we were. I misunderstood when you were in hospital. I thought you were serious. I'm sorry. Look, I was in a trap. Don't you see? I had to keep it going.
I still don't understand why we're here.
I told them we had nowhere to go. It was only conversation. It was nothing important. She really did work at it, didn't she?
Mr. Gillespie,
Yes?
are you out of your bath?
Not yet. Have you calmed down yet?
I'm always calm, my dear. Your hot towel's ready, and there's a new tin of baby powder on the shelf.
Kind. How kind.
Dear sweet man. In view of the disgraceful behaviour today during the councillor's visit, I shall be holding a meeting tomorrow morning at 8:30. Sharp. What next may I ask? Shan't be long, I have a little task.
All right, my dear.
Bye-bye.
I mean, it's rather funny, isn't it? I mean, it's really funny. I mean, you saying I love you and me saying I love you, and all the time we were kidding. I mean, that's really funny.
I did mean it.
It's really, really very funny.
And afterwards, I got frightened. I need to think. My wife died suddenly, and it left me unsure of everything.
It's really, really funny.
I do want you. And the first time I saw you,
It's getting funnier. Any minute now the phone will ring and it'll be Millie to say she's not coming back.
I think we should take up her invitation. To hell with a phone call.
I've never been so embarrassed. Give them a yard and they take a mile. Next thing we know, it'll be swear words and pot and raids and orgies.
Mary receives an eerie welcoming to her new flat when a corpse turns up beneath the window. Stay tuned. London Bridge is next on WTN.